Hey everyone, it's Dominic, the Primetime Treasure Hunter. Thanks for coming by to check out another video. In this video, I want to talk to you about the importance of making sure that you are bringing batteries with you when you go out sourcing, whether that's at a garage sale, an estate sale, a flea market, a rummage sale, a private pick, wherever it is that you go out sourcing, make sure that you have batteries with you, because in many instances that will be the only way that you could figure out whether or not that electronic item sitting in front of you actually works and is worth investing in. A great example happened in the prior haul video that I just put up. That was the one where I showed you this witch that was sitting there and everyone had passed it by because they couldn't tell if it worked. Why couldn't they tell if it worked? Well, because the batteries that were inside, there were 2C batteries, they were corroded. And sometimes people will make the mistake of thinking if they see battery corrosion that means that the whole thing is permanently broken, and that's not the case. So just shake out the corrosion like I did in the video, and sometimes you may have to clean up the leads or something like that, but in this case the leads were clean. It was just that the batteries were corroded. Some of that white crystalline stuff had coming out of the side of it, just had to be shaken out. But then you're obviously going to need new batteries that actually work to put in there to test it. So I had those handy, and I'm going to talk to you about that more in a minute, but that allowed me to put the batteries inside of here and show you that it actually works, as you can see here. So that allowed me, I love this thing, it's so freaky. That allowed me to actually make the sale to Jennifer, who follows this channel. So thank you, Jennifer, for purchasing this. By the time you watch this, it's already going to be packed up and on its way to you for Halloween. But again, just a good example of why you need to have the batteries. Another common item that I come across at sales are Walkmen, and these are definitely worth picking up and investing in. Some are worth picking up even if they don't work. Some people will buy them for parts, but other times you really want them to work to be able to sell them. So these are usually just going to operate on a few AA batteries, so make sure that you carry those around with you. So many of you wonder, well, how am I going to carry batteries around with me? I don't want to put them in my pockets. They're going to fall out. There's lots of different types of batteries. Which batteries should I keep with me? Some batteries are really heavy. I don't want to lug them around all the time with me. What's the best way to do it? So what I would suggest doing is just going out and getting yourself a small bag that you could keep the batteries inside of. Not something that's cheap and flimsy like a grocery bag, because eventually what's going to happen with that is you're going to get these little tears and holes in the bottom of it like this, and then what's going to happen is that at the worst possible moment, this bag is going to open up on you and all the batteries are going to go flying out on the floor and you're going to go chasing after it. So avoid that and get something like this that has a stronger outside to it that's not going to rip and tear easily. It could be made of a thicker plastic, out of leather. I don't care what it's made out of. Just something that's not going to tear easily. Now you also see that I have a zipper closure to it, and that's important. You want something that's going to fully close, because if not, if you have an opening like that, something that's not complete, then you have to worry about how it's positioned, and then the batteries are going to roll out of the openings over time. So you don't want that to happen either. Just have something that gives you peace of mind like this. Now I don't have a link to where I got this from because I actually sourced it at an estate sale for $1, but you could find something like this easily at Walmart, Target, wherever you do your general shopping from, you should be able to find something like this. Now, I'm going to show you that this actually fits a lot of things inside of it, even though it's a relatively small bag. The reason for that is because it has a nice depth to it. And you can see inside of here, I have a lot of different things besides batteries. These are all tools, but I took the batteries outside of here that I use, so I want to show you that right now. So the batteries that I keep with me, I keep 4D batteries inside. I would suggest keeping at least 2 and have some backups as well in the glove compartment. I'm going to show you that a little bit later. So I keep those in there. I also keep C batteries with me, and I keep at least 2 with me on hand, so there's 2 in there. And right now those 2 batteries are inside the witch right now. I've got to take them out a little bit later before I ship it. Also, I have a little bag with me, and I keep these separate in a little separate baggie within this bag, because if you don't do that, they're a pain in the neck to dig out of the bag. So I have 8 AA's and 8 AAA's in here, and that should be sufficient to test out most items that you wind up coming across. If you ever come across a situation where you needed more than that, then carry around extra with you to meet the needs of the situation. I would suggest carrying at least one 9-volt battery around with you, but you may want to carry 2 around with you, just depending on what it is that you come across. Now, sometimes you're going to come across items that require something that's different from your standard battery. So it's not a D, not a C, not a AA, not a AAA, not a 9-volt. They're specialized batteries, and you may not have it with you when you come across that particular item, and that's okay. Just learn from that and just add into your inventory for the next time so it doesn't happen again. So for example, one time I came across something that required one of these 2032 batteries, so I didn't have it. I went out and invested in it, and now anytime I come across an item that's going to require this type of battery again, I'm going to make sure that I have it on hand. So there's other odd size batteries as well, such as these N batteries here. These are 1.5 volt batteries. There's ones that are similar in shape to this called A23s. Then there's these coin size batteries or button batteries. This one here is a 357/303. Sometimes they come in big packs like this right here is the AG13s. And these are the types that actually fit inside of Mr. 6. And you remember in my prior video, I had this mystery in which I couldn't figure out what to do with this battery slot, which looked like this. And you could see here's the solution. When I found that there was only one of these batteries in here, and it didn't seem to me to make sense. It said 3x 1.5. Now, I had a feeling that meant 3 of them needed to go in there, but I didn't realize that they were intended to go in side by side like that. So I'm just going to bring that closer so you could see that right there. They all go in just like that. And so now, as a result, I could test it out and press it. So we've got the music, but he doesn't dance. But that's better than nothing. So I'm happy we were able to solve this mystery, and I want to thank a lot of you for helping me be able to do that. Now if I could just shut him up already. Okay, and I mentioned that I also keep extra batteries in my glove compartment, so let's go over there and go check that out. Okay, here we are, the never before seen unveiling of the Primetime Treasure Hunters glove compartment. What's inside? Let's go take a look. Nothing too exciting, but stuff that can help you with your reselling business. I'm just going to move this car manual aside. The main thing I want you to see are the 8D batteries that I keep in here. This could really be helpful if you come across like a boom box or a big electronic device, some type of stereo system that you need to test out. Now, it may take a 12-volt adapter, and if you have one with you, you could plug it in, but you may not always be around a power source, even if you have a 12-volt adapter. So these batteries can really be helpful. They're heavy, so I wouldn't suggest lugging them around to every sale that you go to. Just keep them in the car, and then when you're ready to check out, maybe finalize the purchase, then go to the car, get these batteries, bring them in, test it out. Could really be helpful. Underneath here, I also have additional C batteries because there's just so many of these that you could carry around with you as well. So I keep some extras in there. And also, while we're at it, I do also keep a map with me because, you know, if you're around a lot of, you know, country locations like you saw this past weekend in my last haul video, you never know when you're going to lose cell service. And so you could really be in need of an actual real map. So carry that around with you as well. And I also have here, you could see a VHS tape, The King and I. It doesn't matter what it is, but as long as it's a VHS tape that works, carry that around with you because it's helpful to test out VHS players or DVD VHS combos. Now, you may not be able to actually hook it up to a TV screen, but if you plug in the VHS player and the power turns on, then the next step is later on going back, putting this in, and then pressing the rewind button, fast forward button, the play button, the pause button. You'll be able to tell if all of those things work, even if you don't have the TV screen, because you'll be able to tell that from the sounds of the actual tape rewinding, fast forwarding. Does it sound normal? And does the play button on the screen indicate that it's actually playing and pausing? So those are additional things you could do to help yourself when you're outsourcing. All right, well, that's the lowdown of why it's important to make sure that you bring batteries with you when you go outsourcing, how to do so efficiently, and some examples of the types of batteries that I like to bring. Now, if there's a type of battery that I didn't mention in this video that you like to bring with you when you go outsourcing, please mention those down below in the comment section. I learned a lot from you, as I hope you do from me, and I really want to thank all of you who took the time to write into the prior video to help me figure out exactly what that meant when it said 3x 1.5 volt on the back of that Mr. Six-Figure battery slot. For some reason, I couldn't think outside the box to realize that that meant those batteries needed to be stacked side by side like I just showed you. If you want more information in terms of what that battery slot looked like when the batteries are out, just go back to the prior video towards the beginning and you'll see me go over it and zoom up into the slot really closely. But again, thank you all very much for that. I really appreciate it. Now make sure that you stop by tomorrow night or tonight, depending on when it is that you watch this video. It is going to be on Wednesday, October 9th, that I have Cody Thrive, a former MTV reality TV star who is also making a lot of money reselling sneakers. There is a lot of money in that. So make sure you check out that video, or if you see this at a later point, go back into my playlist section and you could see Cody's live interview that's archived there, along with many, many other interviews with top-notch resellers all over the place, all through the community, all right there. And check out the other playlists that I have there as well. We're coming up to almost 500 videos on this channel, all free of charge, all designed to help you with your reselling business. If you like this channel, if you like the video, please make sure that you hit the like button, give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, share it with other people, let people know about this channel. Again, if you're finding it helpful for you, come to my Facebook group, the Facebook Reselling Resource Center. The link is down below in the description section, as well as the link to my Instagram account. That's at prime_time_treasure. I'll see you all at the next video and hopefully at the next live show. Take care, everyone.